Hi everyone, welcome to your July 2019 tarot reading. Okay, that's what we're gonna do here, but before we get into it, give me 1 second. For our subscribers, that's right, for our subscribers, and you can do it too. It's really easy. It's super easy. We're gonna read the weather poem, okay? Because it's fun, and it goes like this. Oh, and remember, if you're watching, okay, this is for sun, moon, earth. If you're cross-watching, that's like your earth sign. That's like, it's a person I want to be with. Okay, remember that. For your earth and rising and Venus too. Okay, cool for Venus. All right, so let's get into it. General readings, take what applies. You throw the rest out, okay? Center of the galaxy is a big black hole. It'll take all that stuff. Doesn't resonate. Our demolition company takes care of it, people. Okay, here we go. For all of us now, here's our weather poem for August. It goes like this. These are the climes that fry men's souls. Sweltering! Parasitoid meteors light up the night sky with letters. Ooh, it's cool. I could put on a sweater. Summer's buglows blow their last call. It's time for Leo, Virgo, all the blessings that come with fall. Okay, thanks everyone. It's so happy and nice to have you here. I want to wish everybody the best in peace, prosperity, bliss, abundance, joy, happiness, prosperity, health and wealth. They're one and the same, right? Okay, enjoy guys. Let's go. Let's get into this. Oh, hello there, Scorpio. Thanks for joining me this moment in space and time. Your cards are well shuffled. We're just giving them one last go through here. While I wish you all the best in all things, please remember to hit the like button and any of the links in the description box below. The subscribe button, any way you decide if you'd like to support the channel. And again, be most excellent. Go forward in this world and be well. What's that, Scorpio? Tell it like it is? Okay, we can do that. That's what we're up to. Maybe that's a feeling. You just got this desire like, people should come clean. People should come correct. A lot of disillusionment through this Cancer season maybe got you a little bit on edge, feeling like you got that stinger out a little bit. But anyways, let's do some cards here, see if we can get a handle on what's going on, how we're going to make our way through. That's right, Leo season, the month of August for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, and up in the overall energy, oh, nice. Bottom of the deck presented us with the Fool card here. So for lots of our Scorpios, this is like point zero, starting point, the beginning of long journeys, the beginning of new journeys. When we see the Fool here, it's easy to say we're now like writing the first few lines, the first few paragraphs of a new chapter in our lives, Scorpio. So what this could mean for you is you might have the feelers out. You actually might be like moving into new territory, you know, that true investigative sense. Just putting the feelers out there. What's going to work best given the situation? Some of you could be feeling this state of being in limbo. Well, we're waiting until, you know, date X for such and such to happen. But maybe in the meantime, we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to fill our time with things that are profitable and fun and applicable to, you know, reaching that point. What do they call that? The best version of you. So how you're spending your time as well and the rhythms of the day and the circadian rhythm could be playing into this. It's very much from sunrise to sunset. Scorpio's wanting to stay busy, to stay focused, and stay directed with that Fool card. Now, here you are in reversal. Certain things might have you feeling not so much like yourself as of lately. You may have found that you're like either rebelling against a lot of the sort of disillusionment or the distraction. Maybe it's like mainstream media, maybe it's politics, maybe it's other social. This has a feeling of withdrawal or conforming. Scorpio's going to put on a little bit of a mask here and go, prancing around, maybe all aloof like an Aquarius or being a little silly like a Pisces. You know, it's very much that sort of way that you can sort of just take on the energies of the groups and the people around you and just suit yourself to promote harmony, you know, rather than, you know, counterpoint every conversation or have certain amounts of conjecture when, you know, the social situation doesn't really apply for it. Even if you know people, it's kind of like you would rather be happy than be right, Scorpio, and that might be having you feeling a little bit like, hopefully you're not harboring any feelings or anything's being bottled up inside. And if you're not feeling like yourself, Maybe we need to take a good long look at where we're at, Scorpio. And you can reach out, branch out. There's support all around, but sometimes very difficult for Scorpio to reach out and grab it. And, through this August season, it's going to be tougher to adapt as you've been accustomed to most months of the year. This is very much like either go with the flow, get stuck in, but like the more you push or fight against things this month, Scorpio, the tougher and tougher you could end up making things on yourself. Okay, so just your card, 13 major arcana, but it came reversed down in the root chakra thing. So things as if like get back to the foods that have you feeling good, all this good stuff. The Hierophant card is up here as well for you, Scorpio. Some of you could be finding yourselves rather close and intimate with Taurus and Aries potentially this month of August, or relationships branching out. For some of you, you could just be attending weddings, or someone you know or yourself may be getting married. And it could be that's like promoting a lot of intimacy, or just the time of the season to feel closer to your partner. All right. As well, others of you are growing. You're progressing. The Hierophant, when we see it here, talks towards progression, establishment, and the creation of something much bigger. You may have something small that is like beginning to flower now, or beginning to take off for you. And that's really good energy to see here. As well, your wisdom, when called for, you're going to be more apt to share good news, or give good counsel or service or advice to friends and people when needed or when asked for. You see somebody struggling, Scorpio, I feel like you're going to be in the type, that feeling, intuitive sense is just going to take over. You're going to wander over to that person and say, hey, I see what you're dealing with. I see what you're going through here. You know what? I've been there. Or let me show you a little trick. Or you ask them a question. What would happen if you tried it this way, knowing full well, the other person responds better to thinking they figured it out for themselves rather than actually doing it. Okay, so this Hierophant, this is nice major life force energy here for you down in both of the root and the sacral chakras. So physically, where you're going, what you're doing is huge. And it's going to be maybe a foot more in the working world, in the real world, for the month of August. And that's just fine. That energy seems to suit you, or will suit you. Okay. Some of our Scorpios may be feeling that they're a little bit stuck. If this Fool energy has not resonated for our Scorpios, or hasn't made itself known or manifested in any particular way, some of our Scorpios may just be feeling stuck, or they're waiting for this Fool moment to sort of break free, or actually have a situation draw to a close where they're able to sort of pick up and walk away, or they're at least able to have a little bit more dedication to their own path rather than working within communities. All the while you're wanting to help people along the way. Anybody that's wanting to tell you how it should be, or what you should be doing, it's kind of you're having none of it. You don't want to tie yourself to anything that's long-term contracts, long-term commitments, things of this nature, that you really need to become aware of them, Scorpio, before you get in too deep, this Six of Swords is saying. Because your liberty in life is usually based on the liberty that you feel within cerebral, within your mind, right? They're the swords here. And that is a result of either, being in the present moment, or perhaps being in a spot where you could be overthinking things too much, or people, they bring forward problems, and you're well, I'm not the answer to all of your problems, but here, let me just simply help you with some guiding advice. But you don't want to be in it for the hand holding is just momentarily. It's oh, you're up, you're okay, all right, well, I'm done, see you later, I'm on to the next. But this Mr. Wilson or whoever says, please stay, Scorpio, please stay. But Scorpio's no, I'm sorry. I've just got to keep moving on. I've just got to keep pressing forward. But some of you might be feeling due to attachments, or feeling you owe other people, maybe keeping you in certain situations. And that's pretty rare for Scorpio. This is 2019. August is going to be at a different than what we've experienced for a long time. Just because it is a 2019 year, and into Virgo season, into fall, it's going to be really about the traditional sense of reaping the rewards as we move into September. So Scorpio, this is kind of asking you to sort of brace yourself, prepare yourself, a big wave may come and shake up your boat, but you have to make sure that you are ready and just to weather some minor storms that are coming this way, and just maybe people coming at you from different directions that you didn't expect. All right, Six of Swords reversed there. Now up in the heart, you have Ace of Swords reversed. So Scorpio, this to me speaks about situations where your heart, if you know that people are being untrue, if you know that there's more to it than what is being brought forward on surface, you're really wanting to dig to the bottom, find out what is real and what isn't. If it's just a part of disillusionment, if it's just people in your environment thinking all these things about you that are not true, but it affects the way that they come at you, you may find that you have to lay down the law. Even though it might be very tough, you actually might just need to say to someone, hey, look, this was not my intention. This is not what I ever intended. But you've perceived it in this fashion, so I need to sort of let you know where I stand on these issues. And some Scorpios could be really struggling with it because it could be happening with the people that are very close, all right? So far, a lot going up on through cerebral and how your body's processing. Maybe it's like newfound information, or you could be like trying out new diets and things, or really wanting to be at a point of self-care, Scorpio, but it could be very difficult for you because it represents a change for you that you're very comfortable, but yet there's this knowingness that the things that you are in control of, Scorpio, you must, okay? And Scorpio, somebody in your environment there needs to be a new approach. There needs to be a new way now of addressing to this person, talking to this person, based on the fact that maybe circumstances have changed, or the way that you feel about them and what they say to you comes out. You might just be having trouble finding the right words, so you're not leaving somebody feeling super hurt or super anguished at the fact that you have a particular stance or a particular opinion on something that's not suited to theirs. They'd be like, I thought we were friends. I thought this was a common bond between us, and you simply are stating here no, I just don't see things that way. It's just not part of what I recognize as being healthy and true for me. So there could be a lot of that in terms of especially because you're sort of milling about, you've got these feelers out, there could be a lot of new people that you're meeting in your environment as well. And it's we're really needing to do that fine dance of conjecture versus just being nice, and knowing that you hold all the swords, a lot of wisdom, you hold all the cards, and how you move forward with that is going to inevitably be up to you. Okay. Liberation, again, our Scorpios are kind of they're scrambling for freedom. They're scrambling to find the best way. Could be the path of least resistance. It could just be a place where things, breathing is a lot easier, or there's no harbored feelings, there's no stress or anxiety that's following you home at the end of the day. And some of our Scorpios, again, experiencing long chapters, long periods of their life being single. So now cerebral is processing this as well, should we be more proactive in terms of leading a life within a relationship, rather than taking things on single-handedly, because for each of us that's going to kind of manifest as different, and you take it to whatever depth you want to. The Lady in the Garden, the Nine of Coins, is there to comfort you in a sense, I feel, Scorpio, letting you know it's going to be good either way. If you would like to reach out and have a little bit of support, have somebody there to tell you it's going to be all right, that isn't going to leave you too tied down, you go for it, But if you feel hey, so much of my time is being required as I pursue new endeavors, and we have this Fool energy, you may just not be feeling like you really want to be a part of anything romantic at this time, because like I said, it's that first two sentences or paragraphs of that brand new chapter, and usually that's the part of the journey where it starts out kind of single and alone, unbounded and free, that sort of thing. So this Nine of Coins is very nice to you because you can get a lot of reflection of self and how your journey's brought you to this point in time thus far through August here. And up here, this is funny, the Princess of Wands, a message. This is saying it doesn't really matter either way. It's funny, August, it's not that August or Leo season is going to be stagnant for a lot of signs, but at the same time, there's no major shakeups. We're through the eclipse season, the retrogrades, and the worst of it all. Other than some stuff going on with Uranus out there and Neptune, there's not much going on. So this card lets me know that you're going to be fine either way. you may be just like to the point where the month has come and gone before you even know it, before you even realize it. So to stop, smell the roses, and live life in appreciation and work towards building your self-discovery is going to be, you're going to have a lot of time for it, which is nice. But, the month is going to come and go, and you'll be like, wow, nothing major changed. Nothing major happened. And we saw it here with this reversal in the death card. Like, there is no major shakeups or major changes unless you're activating them. So it's going to be like, par for the course, or stay on course for most of the month, and then you're actually kind of waking up 30 days from now and being like, a lot of great strides are made, but most of it was actually in the figuring out process, in the understanding of whether or not you actually want it. Could be relationships, could be jobs, just could be what you're doing with the information. Oh my goodness, that's stuff. I should clean these up. I'm going to pull an oracle card here for you as well, Scorpio. And thanks so much for being here and making it this long through your reading. So for those of you that have, I got an oracle card coming up for you. If you'd like, again, by staying this long and watching this long, it really helps out the channel. You're also welcome to hit the like button, the notification button, or subscribe. Really helps out the channel, and a few ways to get in touch with me and support the channel in the description box down below. And thank you to all of our Scorpios that already have. I appreciate that so much. All right, so let's see what's coming for an oracle here for you. All right, boundaries. We talked about it coming up through the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. When people are asking for your help, well, you can just give them a hand, but as soon as they cling to you, you want to teach the person to fish rather than just give them fish. That's huge, because giving them fish, they'll follow you around forever saying more fish, more fish, more fish, whether as you like. So little things that you're doing with your boundaries, if you're meeting new people, establish them right off the bat, being like, okay, sorry, it's 2 o'clock, I gotta go, and you should know this about me. Or whether it's like, I don't dedicate more than half hour to watching TV, and the person you're on a date with is an absolute Netflix junkie. If you know that to be true, it's good to clear the air with it right away, so that there's nothing comes further down the line of them getting the wrong impression of you. Because you're more apt to sit and watch Netflix with them for a couple hours, and then you do that the first time. Then the shocker comes when they're like, well, why don't you want to watch Netflix with me anymore? And Scorpio, you're just like, well, saying that's one of those things. TV's a distractor, TV's a waste, and I just can't handle it, sort of thing. And so rather than having that further down the road, and having things become a little bit more fiery or karmic, you can just establish these things right off the top through the full presence of yourself, what you like, what you don't like. Going to be very important for new people to understand that and be aware of it, so that you don't have any weird surprises, or people having doing things for you under false pretenses, because they know that it irks you when you do those things, right? So the card of boundaries. Establish them, communicate them, make sure they're set, make sure they're appropriate, so that you can get the most enjoyment as you can out of the rest of your summer here. Should be a good one for you. Lots of time to have fun, to investigate, and just to be in the fullness of self. All right, Scorpio, thanks so much again for being here. We'll see you all again in the very near future.